How do I hurt myself? How do I hurt myself? How do I hurt myself? Suppose you made a nice breakfast for your husband in the morning. Okay? And while you were preparing it, you had this beautiful scene on the screen of your mind that when they're going to have this, I'm going to get like, lots and lots and lots of them. And there they are on the table, phone in one hand, all ready to leave, quickly having their breakfast, and you're waiting. Huh? Huh? Kya? And then finally we had to ask for it. So, how was the breakfast? It's good. Only good? No, it was nice. But you know what? The one my mummy used to make in India now when I was a child, that taste does not come exactly like that. That's it. I had expected, and what I got was, and at that moment, they said what was the truth for them. Were they wrong? Were they wrong? Were they wrong? Acha, you're actually saying they were not wrong. See, when we come in a gathering like this, how our responses change. They were not wrong. Very good. They said what was truth for them. Their words do not create the hurt for me. Now, what I say to myself after that, I left my country and came here for him. 40 years I have been living away from my family. I was not even interested in cooking. I learned how to cook. I did everything. And this is what I get to hear after 40 years. No one loves me. No one respects me. No one cares for me. मेरी तो कोई value ही नहीं है. And while creating all this conversation that I'm creating, because every line is now going to create pain. Every line is now going to create pain. But while I'm creating that pain, I believe they are the cause of my hurt. They said one line, which was the truth. I said 20 lines to myself after that. And then I can continue saying those lines to myself throughout the day. And then after saying those lines, my mind is so heavy, I say I need to talk to somebody to feel better now. And so I will call up my sister or my friend or my mummy, thinking that, I'm going to feel a little better after talking to them. And then I say to them, do you know what he said today? And they're going to say, leave it, all husbands are like this. And then together the two of us create 30, 40, 50 more negative lines. And throughout all that pain, we are still saying, they hurt me. This is the illusion. This is the only awareness we need today. That who created my hurt? If at that time when they had said, yeah, it's nice, but what my mother cooked used to be better, did I have another response? Did I have another response? What could have been my response? Hanji? I can learn from her. Good. Any other response? Hanji? I will do better. Very good. Very good. Brother says, make your own breakfast. तुमको नहीं पसंद आता तो. Self-respect. I did my best. And respect that you could like something more than what I have done my best. That's it. That's it. I am happy. They are happy. We are happy. And the world is beautiful. It may be for a very, very insignificant situation like this, but the equation applies to every situation of our life. And every means every situation of our life. The world does not create our emotions create our world. Energy is not flowing from outside in, energy is flowing from inside out. And only when we change this one belief system will we be able to be calm and stable. always, not dependent on people and situations. Look at a situation like a family member going through a health crisis. What does the person need from us? Apart from physical care, what do they need from us? What do they need from us? But we live with them 24 by 7, creating pain, fear, worry. Is that healing energy for somebody? Is that healing energy from someone? No. Look at a situation where a family member has left their body and moved on to their journey in life, which is one of the toughest situations anyone can go through. What kind of feelings and emotions are needed at that time? What's the energy we need to create? A very, very close relationship has left the body, moved on to their journey in life. What does the soul need from us that time? What do they need from us? So we're going to look at the most insignificant situation as breakfast, not the way, my way, to the toughest situation in my life, a family member leaves. What's the feeling and state of mind needed at that time? Kya chahiye? We all meet together at that time and we say, pray for them. What is the meaning? That they should rest in peace. Which means wherever they are, they should be in peace. They will be in peace only and only if we send peaceful vibrations from here. So just by me saying and praying for them to be in peace, they cannot be in peace. But if I am in peace here, I am stable, I am calm, I'm praying and meditating for them and sending them powerful vibrations, then the soul will receive my vibrations and be in peace where they are. But if I will be here and keep creating thoughts like, how could you go away? I cannot live without you. Come back. This is not fair. Why did you do this to me? And I radiate all those vibrations to them. Can that soul be in peace? Can the soul be in peace? No. So in any situation of life, the response needed from us is to be calm and stable. When a soul leaves the body and they enter the womb of the mother, a soul in the womb of the mother goes through a lot of emotions, and that's why an expecting mother goes through emotional ups and downs. The emotional ups and downs an expecting mother goes through is because of the emotional ups and downs of the soul in the womb who's going through it. And the soul in the womb is going through the emotional ups and downs depending on the emotional ups and downs the family is sending to them. They were our relationship. We were connected to them. Our thoughts and feelings are reaching them. They are not yet connected to the present family. They are receiving all our energy, and every moment we are sending pain to them. We are creating pain for ourselves, creating pain for the family left behind, and most important, sending pain to them. And if we understand this, then it requires only one thought to change ourselves. Only one thought. I met a sister last month at Mount Abu. She had come from America and she just met me backstage and she said, I want to share my experience with you. And she said, 3 years back, I saw the Awakening program, just happened to come across it. And the episode that day was about being stable and calm when someone leaves the body, when someone dies in your family, because your pain is reaching the soul and causing them pain where they are. And she said, that day I took a decision that if someone goes in my family, I will not cry. I will remember them with love. I will send them power and peace. I will not cry for them. Exactly 4 days later, her 21-year-old son died in an accident. But the power of a soul, meeting them shows me what power we have. And she said,